Welcome to the Secret Love Story channel, where we explore heartfelt love stories and family tales together. Today, we will step into a surprising encounter that took place between a tech millionaire and a poor girl. The wealthy man, with his enormous fortune, hired the girl to be his girlfriend, a relationship that was purely superficial. However, when the girl spoke up during dinner, what transpired changed everything completely. Let's uncover the mystery behind those unexpected words and the unforeseen consequences they brought about. Let's embrace these wonderful emotions together. Now, let's begin today's story. Connor Hastings, at 38, stands as a formidable figure in the world of technology. Rising from humble beginnings, he is now the CEO of Nexus Robotics, a leader in artificial intelligence. His journey to success reflects both his brilliance and resilience, characteristics that have made him a visionary in AI development. Living a life surrounded by luxury and respect, Connor is a reclusive individual, preferring the solitude of his modern penthouse in New York City. With an almost obsessive dedication to his work, he has achieved wealth and status but has carefully kept personal relationships at a distance, crafting a life that revolves solely around his professional achievements. Growing up, Connor's family faced constant financial struggles, instilling in him a relentless drive to change his circumstances. This ambition was solidified in college after a painful experience with his first love, who left him for someone wealthier. Feeling both rejected and determined, he resolved to prove himself, channeling his disappointment into a fierce pursuit of success. From that point forward, Connor approached his career with unmatched focus, finding comfort in the control he wielded over his work and wary of allowing personal vulnerability to disrupt his carefully constructed life. Today, Connor's world is marked by structure and precision. The success of Nexus Robotics has placed him in the global spotlight, with the company pioneering advancements that continue to shape AI technology. However, his reputation goes beyond just his professional accomplishments. Many see him as a distant, almost enigmatic figure who keeps interactions strictly business. Connor's few acquaintances respect his brilliance, though they recognize his reluctance to engage on a personal level. This carefully guarded approach has defined his relationships, ensuring he remains untethered to anything that could distract from his ambitions. Despite his isolated lifestyle, Connor's reputation as an innovator has attracted attention from some of the world's most prominent investors. Recently, he has caught the eye of Lorenzo Garcia, a billionaire investor from Spain known for backing emerging technology leaders. Lorenzo's interest in Nexus Robotics could potentially elevate the company's influence, paving the way for groundbreaking opportunities and increased global reach. Lorenzo, however, values personal connections and family bonds, and he often looks to the character of those he partners with, believing it mirrors the integrity of their work. With this perspective in mind, Lorenzo extends an invitation to Connor for a pivotal business dinner. This meeting is a major opportunity for Connor and Nexus Robotics, but there's a surprising twist. Lorenzo asks Connor to bring a significant other to the event, a request that would reveal a more personal side of him. This unexpected condition leaves Connor in a bind. The social nature of the request is foreign to him, as he has neither a romantic partner nor any close friend who could accompany him in this way. Connor's focus on professional life has come at the expense of personal connections, and he finds himself at a loss for how to meet Lorenzo's expectation. As the dinner date approaches, Connor realizes the potential impact of declining the invitation, understanding that his reputation and relationship with Lorenzo could be jeopardized if he fails to meet the request. He begins to consider unconventional solutions, aware that if he wants to secure this partnership, he must adapt to the challenge before him. Connor Hastings receives an invitation from Lorenzo Garcia, the influential Spanish investor, for a significant business dinner that could profoundly impact the future of Nexus Robotics. Known for his emphasis on character and family values, Lorenzo specifies that he expects Connor to bring a significant other to the event. This request is more than just a casual suggestion. For Lorenzo, it's a means of assessing the people he does business with on a personal level, ensuring they align with his values of trust and connection. For Connor, who has always maintained a solitary life focused entirely on his work, the request is daunting and unexpected, as he has no partner or even close friend to fit the role Lorenzo envisions. Unwilling to let a unique business opportunity slip away, Connor contemplates his options. His entire career has been about innovation and taking calculated risks, but this challenge feels unfamiliar and strangely personal. Connor realizes that declining the invitation would signal to Lorenzo a lack of commitment or a misalignment with the values he prioritizes, which could jeopardize the promising partnership Nexus Robotics needs to expand its reach. In the days following the invitation, Connor's mind churns as he considers how to approach this situation without compromising the image he has meticulously constructed. After briefly entertaining the idea of declining the invitation, Connor's practical side takes over. He contemplates hiring someone to play the role of his partner for the evening, someone who could present the same composed and polished demeanor that his business image requires. He begins arranging interviews, meeting several candidates who all fall short of his expectations. Some seem overly eager, while others lack the maturity or finesse he needs for a formal, high-stakes business environment. Growing frustrated, he considers abandoning the plan altogether but remains aware of the consequences of not meeting Lorenzo's expectations. One afternoon, as he stops by a coffee shop near his office to clear his mind, Connor notices a young waitress moving with an effortless confidence, her genuine smile lighting up her interactions with customers. Her ease and natural charm draw his attention, as she seems to be someone who could potentially fit the role he has in mind. Connor observes as she balances conversations and orders with efficiency and a sense of warmth that feels refreshingly uncalculated. Intrigued, he learns her name is Chloe Marshall. Connor approaches her cautiously, beginning a conversation that reveals she is thoughtful, articulate, and driven by a strong sense of purpose. He quickly senses that her confidence is not a mere front but rooted in a resilience shaped by life's challenges. Chloe explains that she works to support her younger brother, aspiring to build a better future for them both. Her story resonates with him on a personal level, reminding him of his own struggles and the sacrifices he made to achieve success. Connor recognizes in Chloe the same determination that fueled his ambitions, though her warmth and openness contrast sharply with the guarded demeanor he has cultivated over the years. Connor proposes an unconventional arrangement, offering Chloe a generous payment to accompany him to Lorenzo's business dinner as his partner. Chloe is initially taken aback by the request, her expression revealing a mix of surprise and hesitation. She contemplates the offer, weighing the potential benefits against the strangeness of the proposition. Ultimately, the promise of financial support for her brother proves compelling. Though she senses the unusual nature of the situation, she agrees, trusting her instincts and seeing the arrangement as a chance to help her family in a meaningful way. If you find it interesting, please like it. If not, please comment number 1. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this video. Their agreement marks a shift in Connor's tightly controlled world. For the first time, he must let someone enter his personal space, if only temporarily, and adapt to the unfamiliar dynamics of working closely with another person outside his usual corporate environment. Connor's arrangement with Chloe marks a pivotal change in his typically isolated routine. Determined to ensure the evening goes smoothly, Connor takes Chloe under his wing, guiding her through the preparations for the dinner with Lorenzo Garcia. Chloe, whose life thus far has been far removed from the world of high-stakes business, approaches the situation with an eagerness to learn, fully aware of the weight her role carries for Connor's potential deal. The initial steps involve selecting a wardrobe that will allow Chloe to blend seamlessly into the upscale environment. Connor provides her with a modest yet elegant selection of evening attire, ensuring she appears both polished and sophisticated without seeming ostentatious. He shares insights on Lorenzo's background, Nexus Robotics achievements, and the influential guests likely to attend the dinner. While Chloe absorbs each detail, Connor is impressed by her adaptability and quick understanding. Her curiosity and dedication to doing the job well remind him of the drive he once had before his guarded exterior took hold. As they continue spending time together, Connor and Chloe begin to share more than just surface-level details about the dinner. Their conversations venture into personal territory, gradually chipping away at Connor's usual defenses. He learns about Chloe's love for literature and her dreams of becoming a writer, passions she had put on hold to support her brother. For Chloe, writing represents a way to tell stories and escape the challenges of her everyday life. Her openness and optimism are refreshing, especially to someone like Connor, who has long viewed emotional vulnerability as a weakness. In turn, Connor opens up about his past, sharing snippets of his own story, though cautiously at first. He tells Chloe about his family's financial struggles and the heartbreak that shaped his intense drive for success, something he has rarely discussed with anyone. Chloe listens with empathy, offering a warmth that Connor finds strangely comforting. For the first time in years, he feels the weight of his ambition lifted slightly, finding solace in sharing parts of himself he had long kept hidden. Their days together leading up to the dinner are filled with these unexpected moments of connection. Connor begins to admire Chloe's resilience and genuine nature, qualities he realizes he has distanced himself from in his pursuit of success. Chloe, meanwhile, finds herself intrigued by the complexity beneath Connor's polished exterior. She sees glimpses of a man driven by more than just power and wealth, a man who, beneath his guarded exterior, yearns for connection and understanding. As the dinner approaches, their dynamic shifts subtly. There's an unspoken chemistry that lingers between them, a warmth that surprises both of them, especially Connor, who has not allowed himself to feel anything like this in years. Their glances become slightly prolonged, their conversations laced with a quiet intensity that hints at a bond developing between them. This shared understanding adds a new layer to their agreement, blurring the lines between professional arrangement and personal connection. On the day of the dinner, Connor and Chloe have become a surprisingly cohesive team. They navigate their roles with ease, each attuned to the other's nuances and unspoken cues. When Connor picks Chloe up for the event, he is struck by her transformation. Dressed elegantly yet understatedly, Chloe exudes confidence and grace, embodying exactly the role he had hoped she could play. As they arrive at the upscale restaurant, Connor senses a shift within himself. For once, he feels at ease with someone beside him, confident that Chloe's presence will complement his own. Together, they step into the evening's atmosphere, prepared for the challenges ahead, yet both sensing that the evening holds more than just a potential business deal. The partnership that began as a pragmatic decision now feels unexpectedly natural, a connection neither had anticipated but both are reluctant to let go. The evening of the dinner with Lorenzo Garcia arrives, and Connor and Chloe step into the elegant restaurant, immediately drawing attention. Lorenzo, seated with his fiancée Isabel, greets them warmly, expressing genuine curiosity and approval over Connor's choice of a partner. Chloe's calm poise and natural warmth make an immediate positive impression, seamlessly fitting into the social atmosphere, something that surprises even Connor. Throughout the evening, Chloe proves to be a compelling presence, handling the formalities with an effortless charm that captivates Lorenzo and Isabel. She engages them with insightful remarks, subtly highlighting her knowledge of Connor's work while keeping the conversation lively and engaging. Her grace and genuine interest not only impress Lorenzo but also subtly shift the perception of Connor himself, who is usually seen as reserved and distant. As the conversation unfolds, Connor finds himself watching Chloe with admiration, recognizing the unique impact she has on others and the easy rapport she creates. When the topic turns to family and personal values, Chloe's authenticity shines. She speaks of her younger brother and the dreams she holds for their future, painting a picture of someone grounded by resilience and loyalty. Her openness resonates with Lorenzo, who values family deeply, and her candid stories convey a sincerity that words alone cannot achieve. For Connor, watching Chloe navigate this delicate terrain is both a revelation and a reminder of what he has missed by distancing himself emotionally. Chloe's presence and her ability to connect on a personal level soften his usual guardedness, allowing him to feel a renewed sense of humanity in an environment he typically approaches with strict professionalism. As the dinner progresses, Connor and Chloe exchange glances that convey more than words can express, a shared understanding, a subtle chemistry that has been growing since their time together began. It's as if, in this moment, the lines of their arrangement blur, allowing something genuine to emerge between them. The warmth in Chloe's smile and the softness in her gaze leave Connor uncharacteristically introspective, realizing he may feel something he hasn't allowed himself to experience in years. The turning point comes when Lorenzo, clearly impressed by Chloe's sincerity and Connor's choice, speaks highly of Connor's judgment and character, making it clear that the partnership between them is set. For Lorenzo, Chloe's presence is the testament he needed to Connor's integrity, convincing him that the man behind Nexus Robotics is someone he can trust beyond mere business interests. This realization, coupled with the success of the evening, marks a monumental step forward for Connor's career, a leap toward expanding Nexus Robotics and gaining international influence. Yet, amidst this professional triumph, Connor finds himself preoccupied with Chloe's influence on him. The chemistry that has been building subtly comes to the surface as they share a quiet moment together, away from the crowd. The shared glances and lingering touches hint at something deeper, something neither of them fully expected. For Connor, who has kept his emotions strictly compartmentalized, this quiet connection with Chloe feels both exhilarating and terrifying, sparking a vulnerability he's unfamiliar with. As the dinner winds down, Connor feels a mixture of accomplishment and trepidation. The deal is secure, Lorenzo is visibly pleased, and yet his thoughts are drawn not to his success but to Chloe. For the first time, Connor realizes that his life, once defined by solitary ambition, may be ready for change. Chloe has opened a door to a part of himself he thought long buried, leaving him wondering about the possibilities beyond the world he's meticulously constructed. After the success of the dinner, Connor finds himself reconsidering the arrangement he had initially made with Chloe. The evening's outcome, securing Lorenzo's investment, has fulfilled his professional objectives, but the unexpected connection he shares with Chloe lingers in his thoughts, complicating his usual detachment. Although their agreement was meant to end after the dinner, Connor is reluctant to let go of what he senses could be the beginning of something meaningful. A few days later, Connor contacts Chloe again, inviting her to accompany him to an upcoming gala, an event he typically attends alone. Chloe, though surprised by his continued interest, accepts, recognizing that her time with Connor has awakened feelings she hadn't anticipated. The night of the gala feels different. There is no pretense, no performance, just two people genuinely enjoying each other's company. Connor, whose presence usually blends into the background at such events, finds himself reveling in the simple pleasure of being with Chloe. Their shared laughter and easy conversation reveal a warmth that was absent from his life before her arrival. Throughout the evening, Connor becomes increasingly open with Chloe, confessing how her presence has disrupted his carefully maintained solitude. He admits that his life, once defined by ambition and self-reliance, feels incomplete without the human connection she brings. Chloe, in turn, shares her own fears and vulnerabilities, speaking about her dreams of becoming a writer and the struggles she faces in balancing ambition with her responsibilities toward her brother. This mutual exchange of honesty and vulnerability deepens their bond, as both recognize the sacrifices they've made in pursuit of their goals. Their connection is cemented by a quiet moment at the end of the gala. Standing together on the balcony overlooking the city lights, Connor confesses that Chloe has given him a sense of fulfillment he never thought possible. He acknowledges that his life, though filled with achievements, was ultimately hollow until he met her. For Chloe, Connor's vulnerability is a revelation, one that encourages her to embrace her own desires without fear. She realizes that, despite the differences in their worlds, their shared dreams and mutual respect have laid a foundation for something more than either had anticipated. Over the next few weeks, Connor and Chloe's relationship blossoms beyond the formalities of their initial agreement. They begin spending more time together, each moment marked by an unspoken understanding and a growing affection. For the first time in years, Connor feels liberated from the isolating barriers he erected to protect himself. Chloe, with her sincerity and warmth, has shown him a side of life he once considered irrelevant to his success, and he is captivated by the transformation she brings to his world. As their bond deepens, Connor faces a pivotal decision. He can either continue his solitary path or allow Chloe fully into his life. Motivated by the clarity she has brought him, Connor takes a leap, inviting her to be part of his life not just temporarily but permanently. In the weeks following the gala, Connor's life transforms as he embraces a newfound purpose beyond his professional pursuits. No longer isolated, he feels a deepening bond with Chloe that brings a sense of completeness he never anticipated. Inspired by her resilience and warmth, Connor begins to reevaluate his priorities, realizing that success alone cannot fill the void he had carried for years. One evening, Connor invites Chloe to an intimate dinner, choosing a quiet rooftop restaurant overlooking the city. As they enjoy the view, Connor expresses his gratitude for how she has changed his life, confessing that her presence has shown him a world beyond the confines of his ambition. He shares how her authenticity and kindness have brought light into his once empty penthouse and heart, creating a space for love and companionship he never thought possible. Moved by his vulnerability, Chloe reciprocates, revealing that her time with him has reshaped her own aspirations. She speaks openly of how their journey together has given her confidence to pursue her writing dreams, knowing she has someone who genuinely supports her. Connor, touched by her words, takes this moment to reveal his deeper intentions. He tells her that he wants to build a life together, where they can both grow and pursue their dreams side by side. With a quiet sincerity, Connor proposes to Chloe, expressing his desire to share a future filled with both personal and professional fulfillment. Chloe, overwhelmed by the gesture, accepts with joy, realizing that they have found in each other a rare connection grounded in trust and respect. Their decision to marry is a symbol of the journey they've both undertaken, two individuals who found solace and inspiration in one another. Their wedding is a private affair, attended only by close friends and family. For Connor, the ceremony marks not just a new chapter with Chloe but also a chance to redefine his life with balance and purpose. Nexus Robotics remains important to him, but he approaches his work with a new perspective, one that values not only innovation but also the relationships and experiences that bring depth to his success. Encouraged by Connor, Chloe pursues her writing dreams with renewed enthusiasm, completing her first book, a collection of stories that reflect resilience, hope, and love. She dedicates the book to Connor, crediting him for the support that helped bring her stories to life. Their shared journey has become a source of inspiration for both, with each encouraging the other's aspirations while finding fulfillment in their own. Soon after, the couple welcomes their first child, a daughter they name Grace. Her arrival brings even greater joy to their lives, filling their home with laughter and love. The penthouse that once echoed with silence and isolation now resonates with warmth and family, reflecting the transformation Connor has experienced since meeting Chloe. For Connor, fatherhood is an unexpected yet profound chapter, deepening his appreciation for the simple joys of family life that he once overlooked. With Chloe and Grace by his side, Connor's world has expanded beyond the boundaries of Nexus Robotics. His life, once driven solely by ambition, now balances personal and professional fulfillment, each bringing a unique sense of purpose. Together, Connor and Chloe build a legacy of love, resilience, and shared dreams, knowing they have created something enduring and meaningful. Thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope the stories will help everyone reduce the pressure in life, and the channel hopes that everyone will always support Rose Wine. If there are any mistakes, please forgive me. Rose Wine thanks everyone for watching this video. I hope the stories will help everyone reduce the pressure in life, and the channel hopes that everyone will always support Secret Love Story. If there are any mistakes, please forgive me.